Hello, this is Shabana again with another tip for new investors. This tip is see a transaction all the way through before you go and invest in another transaction. So as new investors, a lot of times we're tempted to get involved in an investment vehicle, let's say for example, real estate. And sometimes, depending who we're buying things from, it could be another investor, they'll say you have to buy a package deal, 4 houses at one time, or you have to buy a package deal of 2 properties at one time, or you might buy a property, have an exit strategy to get out of it in 2 years, but then before the 2 years are over, you buy another one and another one and another one. And by the time you get to 2 years, you realize that exit strategy isn't a good strategy. It just doesn't work at all. So what you really want to do to be successful is see one transaction all the way through. So you want from soup to nuts. You want to see how you buy it, how you invest in it, and how you sell it. In the example of a real estate investment. And it can be the same thing for a stock. You're very new to the stock market. You want to know what it's like to buy a stock, hold a stock, see the ups and downs of the market, and then sell the stock before you go invest in another one and another one and another one. Of course, if you're a seasoned investor and you know what to look for, then you can handle multiple transactions at the same time. But my advice is when you are new to the market, whether it be real estate or the stock market or any other market, you want to see one transaction all the way through so you can know what to expect, because things are very different once you get into them. There's a holding period and then there's a selling period. How does that all work? You want to know how one goes from A to Z before you get involved in 5 things and then realize, oh my God, I made a mistake. This is really not what I thought it would be. At least if you got involved in one, you can decide, you know what? This is not the right thing for me. I'm not involved in 5 different things, which can hold me up for years. So the reason I share that with you is I've been involved in transactions where I got in, getting in was great. And I thought, wow, this is awesome. And my exit strategy was to get out in 2 years. And then before the 2 years were over, that same year that I got into the first one, I got into a second one, a third one, a fourth one, a fifth one. But the end of the year, I realized, wow, this isn't the best strategy and it's very difficult to get out of. Actually, I end up holding it way, way longer than I thought. And now I'm involved in 5 of them. So it was very, very difficult to get out. Had I seen one transaction all the way through, I would have realized, you know what? My exit strategy isn't a good strategy and I wouldn't have done that kind of a deal again. So that's my advice to new investors. I hope that saves you a lot of time and a lot of money. The other thing is, if someone is trying to sell you a package deal and you are a new investor and you don't want that, then just don't buy it. It may sound like a good deal, but you may be getting in way over your head. So if they are selling you 5 houses at one time and you're not sure whether that's the right thing for you, then look elsewhere. That may not be the right deal for you. There's another deal right around the corner. Don't ever forget, as an investor, if one door closes, another one opens. There's always another deal around the corner. So don't be afraid that you're going to miss one. I actually made that mistake, and sometimes you get stuck in something for way longer than you thought. So don't get involved in something if you don't think it's the right thing for you. Believe me, there's another deal around the corner. So best of luck. My advice again is see one transaction all the way through to decide if this is the strategy that you want to participate in. So best of luck.